Hello, Team Destiny. Happy Tuesday to every single one of our beautiful and amazing beacons of love and light. Well, you can already tell what the content of this video is based upon the description or the title. But do you know that you're beautiful? And when I ask that, it's easy to understand on a personal or a verbal level or a cognitive level. But this is what we're anchoring. Authentic beauty. Authentic beauty is what we are anchoring, and it's what I want you to add salience to. So when someone asks you, or when I even pose the question, do you know that you're beautiful? Or if we reframe that question, we can say, do you believe that you are beautiful? Here's what I want you to never forget. Beauty is always from within. And I know always and be like, whoa, that's a very extreme or exaggerated declarative statement. But beauty really is from within. And there are so many trends and influences and impressions in society and also in today's media where a lot of people begin to question their true beauty. They begin to form insecurities. Insecurities may, surface that a person didn't even think that they even had. Possibly because they're comparing one standard of beauty to another. And all of this chaos, or this distraction, this escapism, can definitely form a lack of self-esteem and can mar one's inner perspective or one's inner realization about how beautiful they are. We're stopping that. Today we are ending that. And I'll share a personal anecdote with you. Since I was probably around 11, 12, or 13 years old, I developed or I learned that I had hyperpigmentation. Basically, to make a long story short, if I have a pimple or if I pop the pimple, then more than likely I'm going to have a dark spot or discoloration. And it's been over 10 years. And I say this, it's been over a decade now. And I have ethos in this. But it was so easy to always just put on foundation. Like I use my foundation as my shield or my cover. My foundation and my concealer. Oh, I just put on foundation is fine. And I realized that became a masking process. Although it might have been a safety coping mechanism where I was probably internalizing things such as, oh, if I go out in public, I don't want others to see my hyperpigmentation, or what are others going to think of me if I have this discoloration on my face. I do realize that it was like a safety coping mechanism. But on a deeper analysis and in terms of self-efficacy, I begin to realize that actually just masking the hyperpigmentation with foundation was pulling me away from understanding my true beauty and my real beauty. So with that being said, I can now say 3 more words that I'm solidifying and that I'm anchoring. No more makeup. No more makeup. Now, does that mean that, I hope my hair's not doing funky stuff here. Does that mean that I will not be wearing foundation in the future? No, absolutely not. But this is a reflective time for me. It's almost like, a molting process where it's like, okay, you're going to accept me and you're going to accept Destiny for who she is. And God touched my heart. And I've realized from His guidance that anybody that is in my life now or that God will bring into my life, they're going to love me for who I am. They're going to love Destiny for who she is. Not the amount of hyperpigmentation, acne scars. They're not going to judge me or my character or my beauty, my inner beauty as well, based upon hyperpigmentation, which is something that many folks suffer from. And I will say suffer because I know from experience it can just chip away at your self-esteem. And the remedy is not makeup anymore. The remedy is not foundation. It's taking it back to the self-efficacy and to the cognitive and the physical understanding that you are beautiful and that we are beautiful just as we are. Also, I will say that the masking approach can start to lead to like just a residual negative implications. I found from my personal experience that the more makeup and foundation that I wore to cover my acne, the worse my skin became. So I found that when I would take short-term breaks, removing the makeup like for 1 week or so, that my skin would improve and I would see positive gains. So if I really want my skin to heal, and if you really want your skin to heal, if you too know what it feels like to have hyperpigmentation or acne scarring, then I urge you to try to just go without makeup and watch the positive gains. I see an improvement in my skin already. It's definitely not perfect. I still have hyperpigmentation scars. But I do notice that without the makeup, when I just do less, I'm doing less and I'm expecting more, and it's working. It truly is. It truly is working. My skin is improving. My confidence is more... You're going to say, Destiny, what are you talking about? But when I say this, my confidence is more courageous. My self-esteem has increased. And I think I've always had great self-esteem. But that's been one secret that I've always had. I have hyperpigmentation. And I'm on camera right now with no makeup on. My skin is definitely not perfect. But the bigger picture is, outside of just no more makeup, that's the thing that we can do, or that's the action that we can take to lead us or to illuminate on the bigger picture, that we are beautiful just as we are. And anybody that truly is meant to be in our life is not going to judge us based upon any physical imperfection that we have. Because it is our imperfections, I do believe. It is our imperfections that make us stronger, that make us more intuitive, that make us more interpersonal and intrapersonal. And it is our imperfections that kind of lead to our version of personal perfection. So with that being said, join the movement with me. This is not just a talk. This is not just a conversation. Share your comments below with your journey with, taking off the mask, removing the foundation, removing the concealer, all of it. And just truly embracing who you are. Just truly embracing who you are. And, not allowing society or anybody else to make you feel like you need this makeup to be pretty. Or you need this external purchase or anything to really feel authentic within yourself. Share your story, share your comments, share your concerns. This is definitely a safe and an open place, a safe community here with beacons of love and light. And with that being said, God will definitely bring me to you in our next video. And I will add that in Team Destiny history, no, this is not the first video that I've ever recorded without makeup. The very first video that I've ever recorded on our channel without makeup was video number 277. And that was the first video from our Sleeping Ministry playlist. So definitely make sure that you watch that. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And of course, we're still anchoring 1 Thessalonians 5:18. And everything we're giving thanks. We're giving thanks for authenticity. That's what we're thinking today. Authenticity. There is so much beauty, true beauty and authenticity. And still, with that being said, when we're anchoring authenticity and gratitude and all that, we're still acknowledging Matthew 5:16 because we're letting our light so shine. And, God loves us just as we are. And that's what every beacon of love and light should continue to anchor and solidify. So, 3 words, no more makeup. No more.